What's up guys, Josh here. Today I want to talk about a really exciting topic, especially for those of you who are Ford GT fans. And what Ford's doing is they are making a special livery dedicated to a race team based out of North Carolina, who is no longer, as well as a British racing team, operating, but Ford was nice enough to make the livery anyway, so that's what today's video is going to be about. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So Ford came out with this special livery called the Allen Man Heritage Edition, which was shown during the February 22 Chicago Auto Show. That is when a lot of folks there got to get a really sweet look at that thing. That's one Heritage Edition down. Now there's another Heritage Edition that is dedicated to Holman Moody, which is an American race car manufacturer, as well as a marine engine manufacturer and former auto racing team. So the company is currently based out of North Carolina, but they are no longer a racing team like I said. So that is where that's at. Now the American racing team was formed in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1966. So they've been around for quite a while. While they were around, they campaigned 3 GT40 race cars in the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans, which was a race that happened in 1966. So that was a probably really interesting race. I don't know, it's really interesting now to see in 2022 a race that happened 50 some odd years ago. I can't think off the top of my head how many years ago that is. Now one of the Holman Moody cars, bearing racing number 5 specifically, chassis number P1016, was the car that finished third. So they seem to be really good cars back in their heyday. Oh, speaking of the GT40 race cars, so it seems to me that the GT40s were a huge success based on what I've heard about them, and they've seemed like, they've really have overall been a success. So now first and second places of the race went to the GT40s that were fielded by Shelby. Holman Moody and Shelby developed the GT40's ultimate 7.0 liter V8 as well as the brakes, suspension, and tire setups. So Holman and Shelby were not messing around. They wanted these GT40s, they wanted to go like boom, They want them to be like 700 horsepower today. And you know what I'm thinking, what I say just about like every video. Like Hellcats and things like that, and Shelby Mustangs at 700 plus horsepower. Actually, we're going to get to the horsepower pretty soon. Now get this. Back in 2018, the single number 5 GT40 was sold for $9,700,095. Forget this. $9,795,000. So that's almost $10 million right there. I mean, somebody would probably just want to like sit that and like just put that in like a garage and just let that sit and look pretty. I mean, who wouldn't? Especially for like an older man, who's into a lot of like older cars and things like that. A younger guy who's, into all the other, types of other high performance cars, may not agree, but somebody, in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, and maybe 90s, who knows? Maybe even in their 50s. They may want that, who knows? I don't think somebody would just want to like drive the crap out of it and do burnouts all over the place. Imagine me like, hey man, I just got this new, I got the new number 5 GT40 from 2022. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of it. Cool, man. What do you do? Just gonna beat it up? Yeah, man, I'll beat it up, drive it to Mexico, whole 9 yards. Full send. There you go. So I'm pretty sure you know what happens from there. The modern Ford GT Holman Moody Heritage Edition matches the gold and red livery that the number 5 GT40 had at the 1966 Le Mans race, while adding modern touches like carbon fiber. So carbon fiber's, a really popular thing in cars. So it seems like this car has really got it going for itself. So thumbs up for that. It's got Brembo brake calipers that are black with silver accents. Very nice. And it also has carbon fiber features in the interior as well. And those would appear on the door sills and the center console. Sounds like pretty nice places for them. And if you were to look around that, you would notice black Alcantara with gold stitching on the seats, plus a mix of black Alcantara and black leather on the dash and steering wheel. So it seems like a really nice combination that they have going on. Fancy schmancy for 1966. Now here's we're going to get to the good parts, like the powertrain. Not that, powertrain's not too interesting, but we're going to get into more like the, horsepower and some of those things. Engine, so on and so forth. So the GT Heritage Edition comes with no powertrain mods. So it just comes bare bones stock. Looks like Ford just wants to keep it simple, not put anything too special on it. That means that the Ford GT Holman Moody comes with the standard 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, which is the normal V6 that comes in all the bigger Ford trucks. And it comes with 660 horsepower, so that's not bad for what it is. I mean, it's rounding it off to 650 horsepower, so can't complain there. So the engine is a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission that spins only the rear wheels. So I'm not sure if that's the way it worked in 1966, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you know more, but it seems like to me that Ford is trying to make these two GTs similar to how the GT40s were in the past. Ford hasn't said yet how many slots are going to be available to order, so though other sources have as high as 50 cars that were recorded for slots. So now these cars are not going to increase the 1,350 total amount that Ford is going to build for this current generation of the GT car, which this production is going to end in December. Now the Ford GT Holman Moody Heritage Edition made its debut on April 13th at the New York Auto Show. That started on April 13th. So there are two Heritage Editions. There's the Alan Mann Heritage Edition and the Holman Moody Heritage Edition. So Alan Mann Racing was a British racing team that Ford fielded in many events, including the Monte Carlo Rally, Tour de France Automobile, and the famous 24-hour of Le Mans, just like the Holman Moody. Now the team developed a lightweight GT40. They got two of them and they raced in the 1966 racing event, which both of them ended up retiring. I think this car is going to be a big success for what it is. I think it's going to draw a lot of attention. It's going to be more of a big preserver car. People are going to want to save it, store it in their garage or wherever, and just keep it somewhere safe. They're not going to, you're not going to, like I said, just, see people just randomly beat the crap out of it, doing burnouts and driving to Mexico and drag strips all over the place, unless I'm wrong, but you probably know I'm right. So one more thing I meant to mention as well. There's eventually going to be more heritage schemes as time goes on before these generations of the GTs end, so keep an eye out for that. Without that, I think that's pretty much it. So, well, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on one of my informative videos or any other cool content that I have to put out. And along with that, I'll see you next time.